Every time Rockstar posts a new piece of marketing material, the quality drastically improves, like we have seen from trailer 1 to trailer 2 and all the screenshots, and even from the first leaks that we saw in 2022. And as we all know, especially right now, there is a big gap between every time we get some new information. And as we know, in the summer they will start kind of pushing GTA 6 and we will get a lot of TV spots and trailers and screenshots, as well as outside billboards and super creative marketing. A lot of people made videos on why GTA 6 takes so long to make, and I wanted to go and share why GTA 6 waits so long for new promotional material. And there actually was a Rockstar newswire where this has been explained. Now this was all the way back in July 12 of 2012, which is crazy, and this is a asked and answered Max Payne 3 and Grand Theft Auto 5 kind of Q&A. And in hindsight, we all know the answers to a lot of these questions, such as, is there going to be an update to balance the weapons, and when will we be able to customize our loadouts on the Social Club website, which now doesn't exist anymore. But here is a very interesting question, and the question is, why does it take so long for you to develop games when you have so much money and so many staff? It should be months between games, not years. Can someone explain it to me? We live in a consumer society where the customer is always right. Don't forget that. Well, we've learned the past couple of years and months that that's not really the case, but that's a different conversation. Yours with anger, R. Harris, received via Mouthhoff. And so Rockstar actually officially gives an answer saying, upsetting you feel this way. It takes us a long time to make games because we take it enormously seriously and want the game to be everything it can be so that you, our fans, are as entertained and amazed as possible. And that is very true. We are always super entertained with every single Rockstar title, even if it's a glitchy mess like the Definitive Edition. They made sure to even change the whole company, fire basically everybody that was working on Grove Street Games, and redid the whole game, trying to fix every single thing that is possible to fix it, and it's still not perfect. Now we have a literal example of what happens when you rush out a game. Rockstar continues to say, we are sorry that it sometimes seems to take a long time, but the massive amount of work it takes to imagine, design, build, and populate a digital world is simply staggering, and we are constantly striving to make sure each game surpasses the last one. And we all know they definitely do that. Each game is crazier and wilder than the next one. You know, the big change from Red Dead Redemption 1 to Red Dead Redemption 2, people already thought 1 was a masterpiece in terms of graphics, storyline, and gameplay. And we've seen with Red Dead Redemption 2 that it's even 5 times as good. At least in terms of graphics, it has a great story as well, and the gameplay is absolutely amazing too. And they know, more importantly, how to differentiate each and every game to make it one unique experience. GTA 4 is much different from Grand Theft Auto 5, and 4 and 5 both will be much different compared to Grand Theft Auto 6. And because of these gaps in times, they have enough time to imagine and design everything before they actually build and populate the digital world. The games are made up of millions of assorted assets and built by hundreds of highly talented, highly specialized people working incredibly hard. We try to work as fast as possible. And this is funny because we all know that Rockstar likes to crunch everybody. Although they have some more mercy on crunching. If you crunch on one game, then the next game you don't have to crunch as much if you don't want to. As we have seen Mike York talk about when he was crunching for months and months and months on Grand Theft Auto 5, and then he didn't really have to do that as much on Red Dead Redemption 2. But given the combinations of cutting-edge technology, high-resolution graphics and animation, and hundreds of thousands of files, all of which have to work perfectly and be fun and enjoyable to play, it is not surprising the game takes a while to make. Even with sequels to existing games, it is important that they have a lot of new elements and feel fresh and exciting. We feel it is our our duty to make sure games are as good as we make them and as innovative as we can make them. Now, I think this is a very nice, not even really that formal, it's kind of informal, but still respectable, like in a good way, of an explanation that they gave here. And I think this now is something that a lot of people take for granted, like, why can't you just make the game faster? You know, there's a lot of rants on YouTube where people are very angry that, you know, San Andreas and Vice City came out 1 year after the other, and now this takes a super long time. And there is a big conversation to be had there, and there's definitely some merit to this. But if you want to make a game like GTA 6, I mean, look at these screenshots, man. Look at the game. If you're gonna play the game, this is what it looks like. Like when you are holding the controller, walking around, this is the graphics. This is from like almost a year ago. And trailer 3 is gonna look even better. And when the game comes out, it's gonna look even better than trailer 3. You know, so that's crazy, right? I'm so excited for this game still, but it's just been very quiet. And now we get to the GTA 5 stuff with why don't you give us more news? But somebody asked like what's going on with GTA 5, and they say we are very busy working on the game. Everything is going well, but the game is a huge project. We should have more information and some new assets for you soon. And then there's a question of why don't you give us more news? And before I read out all of this, the last sentence is we did, however, manage to sneak a quick screenshot out for you. It's not much, but we thought it was pretty fun. And they just posted this GTA 5 screenshot with the helicopter. Imagine you're asking just a question for a Q&A, they give you a whole screenshot. Then of course our art team said that no single screenshot could encapsulate the game properly, so they gave us another, and they gave you 2. What? This is crazy, man. Absolutely insane that they did that. But this is why Rockstar doesn't give us the fans more news. And Rockstar responded with, as we have said before, we have often had long gaps between asset releases on previous games and will continue to do so in the future. So even though this article is from 2012, they are still sticking to this today in 2026, all the way from 2022 when the leaks came out of GTA 6. We didn't even know that they were working on GTA 6. I mean, of course it was rumored and everything, but there never was a confirmation. And now between trailer 1 and 2, it was 1.5 years, about 500 days, I think. And again, it's been like 9 months, so almost a year of no information after trailer 2, except for, you know, the second delay. Rockstar continues to say, we are sorry if you find this frustrating, and oh boy, a lot of us find this very frustrating because we just love the game, right? We love all of this. But please understand, we don't do this because we, quote, don't care about the fans, or, quote, don't respect our fans, or, quote, hate GTA fans, etc. Precisely the opposite. We do it because we want to make sure we only release 100% correct information. And this is why Rockstar was so pissed, and makes it a statement. The whole theme of this marketing up until now was fixing some leaks, like Jason says at the beginning of trailer 2, where it was never the intent for us to see that development footage of Grand Theft Auto 6, because they were working on it and they wanted trailer 1 to be a big surprise. And I gotta tell you, the whole marketing, every trailer, everything we've been getting up until now and in the future for Grand Theft Auto 6 marketing is drastically different if those leaks did not come out. If that crazy kid did not use a fire stick to create a phishing email saying change your password, what's your original password, and some Rockstar employees actually typed in their password so that the kid could log into Slack and see all the development logs and footage. That changed everything for Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's funny that they say that they do it because they want to make sure they only release 100% correct information, because most of the info from 2022 from the leaks, it is fun to watch now. It will be fun to watch in hindsight when the game comes out, but it's not correct information. We know from other leaks allegedly that things like prone are removed from the game that was visible in the actual footage in 2022. So they want to show not only the progress they've made, but the 100% correct information. Now we also know that in GTA 5 in trailer 1, parts of the whole city were not visible yet, so it's not really 100% correct, but it's what they want to show you at least. And Rockstar continues on to say, and because we want to keep plenty back for the actual game release, so that there are still lots of surprises when you play it. And it is very true as well. When you play the game, everything is new. The GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, we did have the gameplay trailer that kind of gives you literally everything there is to do in the game, but there's still so much discovery to do and all the side character dialogue and the storyline and everything that you always get more than you think you know you're gonna get. Rockstar says the only things we care about is that you enjoy the experience of actually playing the game and that we release accurate information. We just have not been in a position to show more of the game than the trailer and will not be for a while yet. So even back then they admit like, yo, you're not gonna get a lot of information, and I respect Rockstar for that, because right now in this day and age they don't say you're not gonna get any info for a while, they just say nothing and they drop something like trailer 2 after a delay. It's kind of a little bit less personal, it's a little bit more corporate than back in the day when they used to do Q&As and really involve the fans. And then they continue on with the whole screenshots that we have shown you before. That is basically the gist of why Rockstar does not like to give more news and more information. They really want to make sure everything is perfect. Every little question that we will have when we read this website, you know, when we check out what they have to say about the game, when we check out all the screenshots and all the information about the characters, all these questions that we have are put in place on purpose. You know, when Lucia says her mom is from Liberty City, and in trailer 2 you have that cage fighting scene, of course we're gonna think of Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and maybe Luis Lopez returning to Grand Theft Auto 6. And there's all these questions like, why is Raul Batista not shown in the trailers, and why don't we see Booby Ike in the trailers, but we do get screenshots of him? Especially with Raul Batista, because he wasn't even in the leaks. Nobody knew about this character before, and so he is a big deal, but they refuse to put him in the trailer. So what's that all about? Why is he getting a whole section and gets his whole, like, you know, information is a live quote, and we get to learn about him through this website, but why isn't he even in trailer 2? And this is the fun goose chase that will eventually have an answer, of course, but it's so fun to go and have these little theories with the community and with the friends that you have and just talk about the game. So it is gonna be very fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and everything is a little bit more clear. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the members on screen right here, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.